Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. And we're going to bring you a second 10-year Itch Bowl. And we're going to have the 1971 Super Bowl champions, Dallas Cowboys, take on the 1981 Super Bowl champs, San Francisco 49ers. So Roger Staubach will clash with Joe Montana. The Cowboys in 1971 won the NFC East Division with a record of 11-3, would go on through the playoffs, win the NFC Championship, take on the Miami Dolphins in the Super Bowl, and defeat them 24-3. For the 1981 San Francisco 49ers, they went 13-3. They finished first in the NFC West, winning the NFC Championship, going on to play the Cincinnati Bengals and defeating them 26-21. And now we'll have a clash of the 10-year itch. 71 Cowboys versus the 81 49ers next on Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. So let's get to the game. I actually hit the button too soon, and we had a kickoff. Dallas won the toss. San Francisco with Ray Wershing kicked off, and it was a touchback. So Dallas and Roger Staubach, who I will be playing as, will start 1st and 10 on their 20. The computer will be coaching the 81 San Francisco 49ers. So Roger Staubach is under center. I formation, backfield of Calvin Hill and Walt Garrison, the fullback. The wideouts are Bullet Bob Hayes, Olympic gold medalist, I believe, sprinter, and Gloucester Richardson, better known as Goldie Richardson, I believe that was his nickname, and the Bears, Mike Ditka, coming to an end of his career. He did get a Super Bowl ring with the Dallas Cowboys. And that's where he got his coaching start, also with Dallas and Tom Landry. So 1st and 10 on the 20. And we're going to throw a screen. Actually, we're going to throw a medium pass. We're going to go play action fake, medium pass to Walt Garrison. And the ball game is on its way. Soft man coverage by the 49ers. Play fake to Garrison. Medium pass to Garrison. Staubach throws it too low, and it is deflected at the line by Archie Reese. So as they always say, if you can't get to the quarterback, get your hands up. Reese bats the ball away. So 2nd and 10 now for the Cowboys on their 20. And we're going to go a run with Calvin Hill. Bump and run coverage for the 49ers. They're playing pass. The ball's given to Hill. He picks up 4 yards. Brought down by Pete Kugler. And it'll be 3rd and 6 in the Dallas 24. So 3rd and 6. Play action pass. We're going to throw to Mike Ditka on the play action pass. Standard man-to-man coverage by the 49ers. They're watching Garrison, the pass will pass. And Staubach cannot connect up with Ditka. Incomplete. So 4th and 6, and the Cowboys will have to punt. Here comes the punter, Ron Whidbey. Back deep for the 49ers of 1981, Freddie Solomon, former Dolphin. Here comes the punt.
Flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
False start.
False start.
Offense.
That's going to back the Cowboys up 5 on the false start. Fourth and 11. We'll keep the punt team out there. Again, we're going to punt to Freddie Solomon. He's back deep for the 49ers. Niners hoping for a nice return. No pass rush. Willoughby has the punt off. It's a good one. Taken by Freddie Solomon at the 49ers 41. Nowhere to go. But he wiggles and diggles and picks up 9 yards to midfield on the 40-yard punt.
Holding. Receiving team.
So the 9-yard return will be nullified by a holding penalty. Dallas accepts it. So here comes Joe Montana. And the 49er offense will start 1st and 10 on their 35. So Montana's under center, split backfield of Easley and Paul Horford. The wideouts, Dwight Clark and Freddie Solomon. The tight end, Charlie Young. '49ers threw a lot in 81. As you can see, their 2 top running backs, that's 12 carries. That's it. I mean, they'll have other running backs also, but right here, just 12 carries. Cooper's also our running back. Well, we're going to play all-purpose tight. All-purpose tight. And okay. Dallas expecting a short pass. Montana sets and fires a quick one to Dwight Clark. He's hauled down at the 34, and he's immediately nailed. And it's a 1-yard loss. So Dallas quickly choking off the short passing lanes for Montana and the 49ers. Brings up 2nd and 11 from the 34. Cowboys will play bump and run coverage. Shadow the quarterback. And we're going to double Charlie Young, the tight end. Bump and run coverage for the Cowboys. Doubling Young. Montana sets up in the pocket. Fires a flare pass to Ricky Patton. Catches it at the 34. He finds himself alone. And it's going to be a gain of 8. Finally brought down by Dallas defenders. And it will leave 3rd and 3 on the San Francisco 42. So a big play here early in this 10-year Itch Bowl between the 71 Cowboys and the 81 49ers. Both teams won the Super Bowl in their respective years. So 3rd and 3. Ricky Patton and Johnny Davis are in the split backfield for the 49ers. Montana under center. Clark and Solomon are the wideouts, and Charlie Young is the tight end. 3rd and 3. Going to blitz the linebacker. Tight coverage. Okay. Dallas showing blitz. Here comes Edwards. It's a run by Johnny Davis. No gain as he runs right into the blitz. And he just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. It will be 4th and 3. The Dallas Doomsday defense holds. And they will force a punt. Jim G. Miller comes out on the field for the 49ers. Crosswind from sideline to sideline he's punting into. Cliff Harris, the safety, is back for the Cowboys. We're going to put a return on. Miller drops back. Dallas hoping for a big return. No pass rush. Miller gets the punt off. It's a long and high one. And Harris lets it roll into the end zone for a touchback. So the 58-yard punt. And the Cowboys will start once again 1st and 10 on their 20. 11:38 to play in the first quarter. Cowboys failed to mount any type of offense in their first drive. Once again, Hill and Garrison in the backfield. Hayes and Goldie Richards, the wideout. Mike Ditka, the tight end. And we're going to throw play action. And we're going to throw short to Ditka. Neutral defense by San Francisco. They're keying Garrison for the pass. Ditka makes the grab at the 20. And he'll pick up 4 tough yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Cowboys on their 24. 10:51 to play in the first quarter. Again, split backfield of Calvin Hill and Walt Garrison. Hayes and Goldie Richards, the wideouts. Ditka, the tight end. Screen to Bob Hayes. Bullet Bob Hayes. Here comes the full blitz. Ronnie Lott blanketing Hayes. Staubach looks for a new target. Ditka gets it at the 32, and it's a gain of 20. Finally shoved out of bounds by Dwight Hicks, the defensive back. So Staubach was looking for the screen. It wasn't there. As Ronnie Lott sniffed out that play, Staubach stayed cool as a cucumber, seeked out his secondary receiver, Mike Ditka, who picked up 20 yards and a first down. Dallas has the ball in their own 44. 10:43 in the first quarter. Hill will go out of the game, and Dan Reeves will come in. So the backfield, split backfield of Garrison and Dan Reeves. And Ditka will come out. We'll go with a blocking tight end. And we're going to look for Reeves. On the flare pass. Play action pass. Flare to Reeves. San Francisco in a neutral defense, kicking Garrison for the passable pass. It's a flat pass to Dan Reeves. Completed to Reeves at the 42. A nice catch and run for about 10 yards. They're going to measure for the first down. Let's see.
First down.
First down, Dallas. So back-to-back first downs. And Dallas has the ball. 1st and 10 in San Francisco territory on the 49ers' 46-yard line. Again, the split backfield of Dan Reeves and Walt Garrison. The wideouts Hayes and Richardson. Blocking back in at tight end. Handoff to Walt Garrison. San Francisco expecting a short pass. They're keying Reeves. The ball goes to Garrison. He's in the clear. 40. At the 30. Over the 20. Nothing but daylight. But suddenly brought down by Martin. And the ball comes out. Recovered by San Francisco. Oh, the big run goes for naught. As Martin nails him from behind and recovers the fumble. Wow. A huge play by the 49ers defense of 1981 after a tremendous 32-yard run by Walt Garrison. Ball security was not there, though, as his thoughts were 6 points and the end zone. He was hit from behind. The ball came loose. The scramble. And Martin came up with the ball also after causing the fumble. So here comes Joe Montana as the 49ers dodge a bullet there. Montana and the San Francisco offense will start 1st and 10 on their own 14. Split backfield of Easley and Hofer. The wideouts Clark and Solomon. The tight end Charlie Young. Dallas counters with their 4-3 defense. And we're going to play all-purpose tight on 1st down. Tight coverage on the receivers. Montana hands it off to Hofer, and he slams forward for a 6-yard gain. Finally brought down by Leroy Chaffee. So it will be 2nd and 4 at the San Francisco 20. Again, split backfield of Easley, and this time Lawrence. The wideouts, usual suspects, Clark and Solomon. The tight end is Charlie Young. And a blitz a linebacker. Tight coverage. 2nd and 4. Here comes Edwards on the blitz. They give it to Easley. Easley is flattened after turning the corner at the 22. He'll pick up 2. Big hit by Cliff Harris. And it'll be 3rd and 2 on the San Francisco 22. As Harris came up from his safety spot. So 3rd and 2, Montana's under center. The split backfield is Johnny Davis and Paul Horford. The wideouts are Dwight Clark and Freddie Solomon. The tight end is Charlie Young. 49ers hoping to capitalize after that turnover by Walt Garrison. Deep in San Francisco territory. 3rd and 2. Run blitz by the Cowboys. Linebacker shooting the run gaps. Montana gives it to Johnny Davis, and he's tripped up by Cornell Green. It's going to be close. They're measuring. Did he get it? No! He comes up just short. The Doomsday defense comes through once again. 4th and inches. Bill Walsh elects to send the punt team. And Jim Miller out on the field, as they only have the ball on their 23. Once again, Cliff Harris is back for the return. Dallas puts the return on. They will not rush the punter. Miller gets the kickoff. Very high, but very little distance. Fair catch by Cliff Harris. After only a 31-yard punt, the Cowboys will start from their own 46, 1st and 10. Staubach back out on the field. And it's Walt Garrison and Dan Reeves once again in the backfield. Split backfield. Bob Hayes and Goldie Richardson, the wideout. Mike Ditka's back in at tight end. Staubach under center. And once again, we're going to give it to Walt Garrison. Let's see if he holds on to the ball and makes amends. San Francisco expecting run. They're keying Garrison. Garrison bulls his way through a small horn hole and picks up 4 yards, 4 tough yards. And he'll come out of the game, as that looked more like a Tom Landry, let's give Walt a confidence run. If you've just joined us, Walt Garrison ripped off a 32-yard run and then fumbled when he was hit from behind. The 49ers recovered it on their own 14. Garrison goes out, split backfield to Calvin Hill and Dan Reeves now. The wideouts, Hayes and Goldie Richardson. Tight end, Mike Ditka. 2nd and 4 from the 50. 6:55 to play in the first quarter. Screen pass to Calvin Hill. Standard man-to-man coverage by the 49ers. Richardson being doubled. It's a screen to Hill. He pulls it down at the 45. Nice run by Hill after the catch. He gains close to 10 yards. And he was brought down by Terry Tawatulo, excuse me. And it's now 1st and 10 on the San Francisco 40 with 6:09 to play in the first quarter. Garrison comes back in. Reeves goes out. Joe Williams comes in. So the backfield is a split backfield of Walt Garrison and Joe Williams. Hayes and Goldie Richardson, the wideouts. Mike Ditka is out for a blocking tight end. They're going to give the ball to Joe Williams on 1st and 10 from the 40. San Francisco tight coverage, doubling up on Goldie Richardson. Williams gets the ball. He is cut down in the backfield by Jim Stuckey. That is a 2-yard loss. Nice play by the defensive lineman for the 49ers. So it brings up 2nd and 12, 5:23 to play in the first quarter. No score here. Joe Williams will go out. Calvin Hill will come back in. I formation. Walt Garrison, the fullback. Hill is the running back. Bob Hayes and Goldie Richardson, the wideouts. Blocking tight end for the Cowboys. And it's going to be a run for Calvin Hill. San Francisco in a standard set, double covering Hayes. It's a run for Hill, and he'll gain 4 yards before he's brought down by Archie Reese. It will leave a 3rd and 8 from the San Francisco 38, 4:33 to play in the scoreless first quarter. Garrison will go out. Reeves will come in. So it's a split backfield of Hill and Reeves. The wideouts, Hayes and Goldie Richardson. Tight end Mike Ditka, 3rd and 8. They're going over the top to Bob Hayes. Medium long pass, man-to-man coverage. Willie Harper's blitzing. Fitzgerald snaps the ball. Staubach drops back, looking downfield for Hayes. Broken up on the deep throw by Carlton Williamson. Nice play by the San Francisco defensive back, and it is 4th and 8, and they are out of field goal range for Mike Clark. So 4th and 8 on the San Francisco 38. Tom Landry will send out the punt team. Ron Whidbey will come back out to punt. And he's going to try to safe punt. And try to kick the ball out of bounds to prevent a return. Well, we're going to try to do that to pin them back. Going to go with a safe punt. Back deep is Freddie Solomon, as Whidbey is going to try to pin them inside the 10. San Francisco's strategy seems clear. Watch for the fake. Plenty of time for Whidbey. Shanked that one. San Francisco lets it roll. And they'll start 1st and 10 from their 21, as he cannot coffin corner the kick. Instead, he shanks it off the side of his foot for a 17-yard punt. So with 4:18 to play in this scoreless first quarter, Joe Montana and the 81 49ers come back out on the field. Montana under center, split backfield of Ricky Patton and Earl Cooper. The wideouts Dwight Clark and Freddie Solomon. The tight end Charlie Young. Dallas plays an all-purpose tight defense. Dallas tight coverage. Montana gets the snap, hands it off to Earl Cooper. Cooper avoids a big loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain, as he struggled to get back, and it was a Herculean effort, as he did not lose any yards. So 2nd and 10, 3:32 left in the first quarter. It's scoreless here in beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii. We're playing at Honolulu Stadium on the grass field. It's 74 degrees, partly cloudy, winds 24 miles per hour from side to side at times. Montana under center, split backfield of Patton and Davis. Clark and Solomon the wideouts. Young is the tight end. 2nd and 10. Dallas will send a blitz. Tight coverage. Chuck Howley's blitzing. Montana moves back in the pocket. Gives the ball to Patton on a draw. Edwards fills the gap, and Ricky Patton only gets 3 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and a long 7 from the San Francisco 24 for Joe Montana and the 49ers offense. Again, Ricky Patton and Walt Beasley are in the split backfield. The wideouts, Clark and Solomon. The tight end, Charlie Young. Again, the Cowboys will send the blitz. Tight coverage with an extra defensive back, and they're going to double Dwight Clark. 3rd and 7. Howley blitzing again. Double coverage on Clark. Montana sets the throw. No, it's a draw play to Easley, and he is stopped inside. He struggles for 3 yards, but that will not be enough. It'll be 4th and 4. And once again, the San Francisco punt team comes out. And here's Jim G. Miller to do the punting, and this time back deep for the Cowboys. Another one of their safeties, Charlie Waters. And we're going to put the return on. And San Francisco punts from their 27. Miller gets the kick away. Not a good effort by Miller. Walters has his hand in the air. He bobbles it slightly, but hangs on for the fair catch. It's only a 32-yard punt, as this side-to-side wind has been havoc for both punters. And here comes Roger the Dodger, Roger Staubach, graduate from the Naval Academy, will lead the Cowboy offense 1st and 10 on their 41. And the split backfield, actually I formation, Walt Garrison the fullback, Calvin Hill the running back, Bob Hayes at one wideout, Goldie Richardson the other, and Mike Ditka the tight end. Play action fake, over the top bomb to Bob Hayes, as the Cowboys looking to strike and strike quickly. Hill is being keyed for the run. Staubach being pressured up the middle. He pulls down and he runs with the ball. He has plenty of running room towards the sideline until Jack Reynolds makes the play. But Staubach picks up 11 yards and a 1st down on the San Francisco 48. A minute 11 left in the first quarter. As Ditka will go out, they'll go with their backup blocking tight end. Again, Garrison and Hill in the I formation backfield. Garrison the up back. Staubach under center. Wideouts Hayes and Richardson. Play action pass once again. Over the top once again. To Bullet Bob Hayes, the Olympic world-class sprinter. Calvin Hill. Nope, he fools him. They're going deep. To Hayes. The pass hangs in the air too long, giving Ronnie Lott enough time to recover and tip the ball away. Roger needed to put a little more zip on that pass. He did have Bullet Bob Hayes open for the touchdown, but Lott recovered quickly to knock the ball away. It is 2nd and 10, under a minute to go here in the first quarter on the San Francisco 48. It's going to be a run for Calvin Hill. Out of the I formation, 2 deep zone for the 49ers. Hill gets the ball. And he's brought down after a 6-yard gain by Keena Turner. And that will leave 3rd and 4 with 12 seconds to play in the first quarter. Cowboys have the ball on the 49ers 42. So 3rd and 4. Hill will come out of the game. Reeves will come back in. Split backfield, Walt Garrison and Dan Reeves. Wideouts, Bullet Bob Hayes and Goldie Richardson. Mike Ditka comes back in the game at tight end. And the ball will go to Dan Reeves. Actually, on the draw. So draw play to Reeves. They're keying Garrison for the pass, the 49ers are. Here's the draw to Reeves. And he picks up 4 yards. It's going to be close. They're going to measure. Did he get it? Oh, wow. The Cowboys are not happy with that spot of the ball, as they just fall short. And that's the end of the first quarter. The huge play in that first quarter was Walt Garrison ripped off a 32-yard run. Heading for the end zone, he's hit from behind by Martin of the 49ers, who also, not only did he force the fumble, he recovered the fumble. All right, second quarter here. 4th and 1 from the San Francisco 39. Tom Landry has elected to keep the offense out on the field. He's going to go with a full house backfield and 2 tight ends. Hill, Garrison, and Reeves are in the backfield. Ditka and the blocking tight end are out on the field. It's an old T formation. And it'll be Staubach on a run. Run defense for San Francisco. They're keying Hill. Staubach fakes the handoff. He keeps it on the bootleg. And he picks up 4 yards. And finally dragged down from behind by Eric Wright. Saving a huge gain. But Staubach picks up the first down on the 4th down conversion. And it's 1st and 10 on the San Francisco 35. So Roger the Dodger goes back to his Naval Academy days and runs for 1. Backfield will be Garrison and Calvin Hill. Ditka will be the tight end. Hayes and Richardson the wideouts. 1st and 10. Play action pass looking for Mike Ditka on a medium route. Standard man-to-man coverage by the 49ers. They're watching Garrison for the pass. Play action, medium pass to Ditka. Keena Turner makes the play, almost picks it off, but he drops it. So good coverage by the linebacker Keena Turner for the 49ers. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the San Francisco 35. I formation, Garrison the upback, Calvin Hill behind him. Hayes and Richardson the wideouts, Ditka the tight end. It's going to be a run. Calvin Hill. San Francisco standard defense, doubling Richardson for the pass. Hill gets the ball. It's a nice run. He'll pick up 4 tough yards. It'll be 3rd and 6 from the San Francisco 31. Again, I formation. Walt Garrison the fullback. Hill the halfback. Staubach under center. Hayes and Richardson the wideouts. Ditka's at tight end. Play action pass. Looking for Bob Hayes. Medium long. Tight covered by San Francisco. They're sending the blitzer Williamson. It's a fake to Hill. It holds the defender Staubach. Looking. goes to Ditka, and it's broken up by Dwight Hicks. So Hayes was blanketed by Ronnie Lott. Staubach went through his progressions looking for Ditka, and Dwight Hicks bats the ball away, and now it's going to be 4th and 6 from the San Francisco 31, and a field goal attempt here is only a 13% chance of success for Mike V. Clark. I shall take a sip of iced tea and ponder what I shall do. The pondering is done. We'll keep the offense out on the field. All right, 4th and 6. Garrison and Hill are the backfield. It's an I formation. Staubach under center. Hayes and Goldie Richardson, the wideouts. Ditka is at tight end. 4th and 6. It's going to be a short pass to Bullet Bob Hayes. Standard defense for San Francisco. They're keying Hill for the run. Staubach. Hayes is blinked, and Staubach looks away from Hayes. Quick out to Ditka. Ditka has it at the 30, the 20. It's going to be a big play. He's at the 10, and he's pushed out of bounds by Ronnie Lott at the 3. A 28-yard gain on a 4th and 6. Once again, Staubach using his legs and arm as he was looking for Hayes. Bullet Bob Hayes. Ronnie Lott has been blanketing him all game. Ditka was his secondary receiver. Staubach hits him in stride for 28 yards. So 1st and goal from the San Francisco 3, 13:06 to play in the half. The Cowboys looking to get out on top here. Staubach under center. Garrison the up back, Hill behind him. Hayes and Goldie Richardson the wideouts. Ditka the tight end. Hand off to Walt Garrison. San Francisco playing the run team. Garrison gets the ball, and it's a 2-yard loss as Archie Reese blows up that play. Good job by the front 7 of the San Francisco 49ers. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5 now. 12:23 left in the first half. It's scoreless. It's been a hard-hitting first half. Cowboys looking to break out here. Hill will go out. Reeves will come in. So it'll be Walt Garrison and Dan Reeves in the split backfield. The Naval graduate Heisman Trophy winner Roger Staubach under center. The wideouts, Hayes and Richardson. The tight end is Ditka. Play action pass. Looking for Ditka over the middle. Medium pass. It's a run blitz. Play fake to Reeves. Short pass. Complete to Ditka. Touchdown! 6-0 Cowboys. Great job by Roger Staubach finding his favorite target so far in this game, Mike Ditka. Flag on the play.
Defense.
And that's a face mask, a flagrant face mask on the defense. The play will stand, the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. So 6-0 as Staubach goes to Ditka for the 3-yard touchdown, for the 5-yard touchdown pass, excuse me. And here comes Mike Clark for the extra point, 98% chance of success. I believe Clark was a straight-ahead kicker. Snap the place, and it's right through the middle. 7-0, 71 Cowboys. So Joe Montana and the 81 49ers have some catching up to do with 12:17 left in the first quarter. Clinton Parks has joined us in the chat. How are you? He says, pretty good. I'll give Action PC the edge for the players being seen in motion. Yes, I do too also, but this is a very fun game. This is my 10-year itch project I threw out there from the 70s to the 80s. So our first game was the Unitas versus Plunkett, Colts versus the Raiders, 70 versus 1980. This is 71, and Staubach and the Cowboys versus the 81 49ers, Montana and crew. So Clark will kick off. Again, there's that crosswind that has played havoc for both teams' punters, as we are at in beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii at Honolulu Stadium on the old grass field. 74 degrees, partly cloudy, winds side to side at times at 24 miles per hour. Amos Lawrence and Mike Wilson will be back deep for the Cowboys. Here's the kick for the 49ers. Here's the kickoff by Clark. Larson has it, and it'll be a 22-yard return. So Joe Montana and the 49ers will start 1st and 10 on their 24. Montana's under center. It is a split backfield of Johnny Davis and Paul Horford. The wideouts Clark and Solomon, the tight end Charlie Young. Cowboys countered with their standard 4-3 doomsday defense. And we're going to play all-purpose tight defense. Cowboys expecting a short pass. The ball snapped to Montana. He gives it to Hofer. Hofer manages just 1 yard before he's brought down by Pat Tomei. It'll be 2nd and 9 in the San Francisco 25. Once again, split backfield. This time Ricky Patton and Johnny Davis. Wideouts Clark and Wilson. The tight end Charlie Young. Cowboys going to blitz their linebacker. Play tight coverage. Dallas expecting a short pass. Leroy Jordan blitzing. He gives it to Johnny Davis. Stuffed at the line by Smith. What a hit by Smith. He stands Johnny Davis up right in his tracks. And that will leave 3rd down and a long 9 for the 49ers, who now go to 3 wideouts. Clark, Solomon, and Mike Wilson. The tight end is Young. The lone back is Hofer. The Cowboys will counter, but we're going to blitz a linebacker. Tight coverage, extra defensive back. And we're going to double Charlie Young, the tight end, as we expect him a blitz, so maybe he'll try to throw a slant to Young over the middle. 3rd and 9 from the 49ers 25. Leroy Jordan blitzing. Young being double teamed. It's a medium pass to Dwight Clark, and Cliff Harris comes across. The safety breaks up the play, and it will be 4th and 9, and here comes Jim G. Miller once again for the 49ers to punt the ball. What a play by Cliff Harris. So the doomsday defense stands pat once again. 49ers have not been able to muster anything against this 71 Cowboy defense. And Cliff Harris will be back to take the punt. The return will be put on. Miller has plenty of time. He kicks the ball high, end over end kick. Caught by Harris at the 39. Flag on the play. He searches for a crease. There it is. He's over his own 40. He's into the opponent's territory. And finally brought down at the San Francisco 40. 21 yards, but what's the flag?
Holding. Receiving team.
So that's going to nullify a 21-yard return, the holding on the receiving team. There'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. And the 49ers obviously accept it. So instead of that great field position, Roger Staubach and the Dallas Cowboys will start 1st and 10 on their own 29 with 10:27 to play in the first half. The 71 Cowboys 7, the 81 49ers 0. And it's going to be a split backfield of Walt Garrison and Dan Reeves. The wideouts Bullet Bob Hayes and Goldie Richardson. The tight end is Mike Ditka. Staubach under center. Play action pass going bomb to Bullet Bob Hayes on 1st down. Will the bullet spring loose this time? Ford puts pressure on Staubach. Staubach takes off running. He gets to the outside. And quickly closed in by Board and the rest of his front 7 friends. Staubach only musters a 1-yard gain. So the 49ers were able to put tremendous pressure on Roger the Dodger. He did avoid the loss, and he picked up 1 yard. So 2nd and 9, under 10 minutes to play in the first half, 7-0 Cowboys. Cowboys have it on their own 30. And Calvin Hill will come back in the game for Dan Reeves. So it's an I formation of Walt Garrison and Calvin Hill. Hayes and Richardson are the wideouts. Ditka is the tight end. Handoff to Calvin Hill. They're keying Hill on the run. And Jack Hacksaw Reynolds gets right in there, nailing Calvin in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. It'll now be 3rd and 11. As the 49ers pass rushers will just pin their ears back and come at Roger the Dodger Staubach. 8:51 left in the half, 7-0 Cowboys. I formation, Garrison and Hill. Staubach under center, Hayes and Richardson, the wideouts, Ditka, the tight end. Screen pass, Calvin Hill. Trying to catch the 49ers in a blitz. They're in a neutral defense. They're keying Garrison on the pass, though. It's a screen to Hill. And he brings it in at the 23, but he's only going to pick up 1 yard as once again he is swarmed under by that front 7 of the 49ers. It is 4th and 10, and here comes Ron Whitby and the Dallas punt team. So Whitby will punt, and back deep, Freddie Solomon. Again, Whitby punting in that crosswinds, side to side. Whitby gets the kick away. It's a short punt. The wind does havoc with it again. Solomon at his own 38 squeezes through a small opening, but he is buried by the Cowboys special team. He does get 6 yards. There's a flag.
Personal foul.
Uh-oh.
Receiving team.
So, a late hit on the 49ers receiving punt team. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. The Cowboys will accept it and back the 49ers up. So with 7:55 to play, Joe Montana and the offense will start 1st and 10 on the San Francisco 29. Sip of iced tea. Split backfield of Easley and Lawrence. The wideouts Solomon and now Wilson as Dwight Clark gets a breather. The tight end is Charlie Young. We're going to blitz a linebacker. Tight coverage. Okay. Dallas sending Edwards on the blitz. Montana fades into a deep set. The screen hauled in by Young past the 30. This could be a big gainer. But quickly closing in is Mel Renfro. And that could have been much more of a disaster as he holds Young to a 14-yard gain. And it is now 1st and 10 on the San Francisco 43, and I believe that could be the 49ers' first down. Split backfield of Davis and Hofer now. Montana under center. Solomon and Wilson, the wideouts. Young, the tight end. Dallas counters 4-3. All-purpose tight defense by the Cowboys. Dallas with the tight coverage. Montana has it, drops back to pass. He's looking, medium short sideline to Freddie Solomon. Solomon makes the catch at the 48 and quickly knocked out of bounds by Mel Renfro, but he picks up 5, so it's 2nd and 5 as the 49ers of the early 80s use their short passing game as their run game. So 2nd and 5, 7:01 left in the half. The Cowboys 7, the 49ers nothing. 49ers are nearly at midfield. Split backfield of Ricky Patton and Johnny Davis. Clark and Solomon the wideouts. Young is the tight end. 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Blitz a linebacker. Tight coverage. Extra defensive back. And we're going to key Dwight Clark. There we go. Dallas tight man-to-man coverage, playing the nickel. Leroy Jordan on the blitz. Johnny Davis has the ball. Tackled near the sideline by George Andre for a loss of 1. So the blitz disrupts the run play, and George Andre gets in for the -yard tackle. And now it's 3rd and 6 from the San Francisco 47. with 6:23 left in the half, 7-0 Cowboys. 49ers come out in a 3 wide out, 1 running back set. The wideouts Clark, Solomon, and Wilson. The tight end Young. The lone back Paul Horford. Montana under center. Dallas will counter once again. They're going to blitz a linebacker. We're going to go with an extra defensive back. Tight coverage. So that middle could be open. We're going to key Charlie Young, the tight end. Here comes the blitz. Nickel package. Leroy Jordan once again. Montana moves back in the pocket. There's a flag on the play. False start.
Encroachment.
Defense. Encroachment on the Cowboys. That's a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be 3rd and 1. So now, from 3rd and 6, excuse me, it will be 3rd and short. And now, the 49ers move to a split backfield of Ricky Patton and Johnny Davis. 2 tight ends, Clark and a blocking tight end. And Dwight Clark is the only receiver. We're going to go with a run blitz. Linebackers will shoot the run gaps. Johnny Davis, the ball carrier. Edwards gets him, but Davis is able to plow forward for 2 tough yards on the first down. So 1st and 10 on the Dallas 46. The first time the 49ers have invaded Dallas territory. With 5:30 left in the half, the 49ers trail by 7. The 71 Cowboys 7. San Francisco nothing. Montana under center. Patton and Cooper in the split backfield. Solomon and Wilson the wideouts. Young the tight end. Cowboys counter with their 4-3. All-purpose tight coverage for the Cowboys. Snap by Downing. Montana back to pass. It's a medium short pass to Cooper. Pass is deflected and picked off by Dave Edwards. And Edwards is brought down for no gain. So no blitz that time. And the extra defender is able to flood the zone. The ball is deflected. I believe it was by Jordan. And Dave Edwards makes the interception. So with 5:21 left in the half, 7-0 Cowboys, Roger Staubach and the Dallas offense will take over 1st and 10 on their own 42. Hello, JD. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. All right, 7-0. We've not been able to mount any type of run game. Well, we had that huge run with Walt Garrison, then he fumbled. And we're going to go draw Walt Garrison on 1st and 10 from the 42. San Francisco, 8 men up in the box. They're keying Hill. Staubach back to pass. It's a draw for Garrison. Hardy breaks through, puts the big hit on Garrison. The ball comes loose again. Dwayne Board recovers it for San Francisco. Now they're talking about it. Was it a fumble? Was it not a fumble? The officials huddle. It's a fumble, and once again, Walt Garrison loses the ball. And now San Francisco takes over. 1st and 10 on the Dallas 35. The big hit by John Hardy on Garrison. And the fumble was recovered by Dwayne Board. So the 81 San Francisco 49ers in business. Joe Montana under center. Split backfield. Ricky Patton. Walt Easley. The wideouts, Freddie Solomon and Mike Wilson. The tight end, Charlie Young. Oh, a lot of disappointment. We don't know if Garrison will see the ball ever again in this game. He has fumbled twice in crucial situations. The first time after a long 32-yard run. He fumbled on the San Francisco 14. And now in Cowboy territory, he fumbles. And that could be the day for Walt Garrison. Tom Landry is none too happy on the sideline. Cowboys will play all-purpose tight defense, so the San Francisco 49ers match the Cowboys turnover for turnover. The Cowboys get a pickoff, the 49ers get a fumble. Dallas tight up on the receivers. Montana gets a snap, fake to Patton. Looking for Solomon. Solomon's caught behind the line by Chuck Hawley. Loss of 1 on the end around. So good job by Chuck Hawley, who recorded, I believe if you look it up, Chuck Hawley recorded the sack with the most yards lost. In this Super Bowl in 1971, the Cowboys defeated the Dolphins 24-3, I think. I have it down here in the chat. 24-3. And Chuck Hawley, I believe, recorded the longest, or the sack for most yards lost on Bob Greasy, as Greasy was scrambling back and forth backwards. And Chuck Hawley, I believe, also was the MVP of that Super Bowl. I think. I could be wrong. Or he could have been the MVP of the Super Bowl that they lost to Baltimore the year before. Anyway, he was a very good player, Chuck Hawley. Alright, so it's 2nd and 11, 4:32 to play in the half. And now the 49ers, again with the split backfield of Patton and Cooper. Wide out Solomon and Wilson, as Dwight Clark still getting a rest on the sideline. Charlie Young is the tight end. Montana's under center. Dallas Doomsday defense, 4-3. And we're going to blitz a linebacker. Extra defensive back, tight coverage. And we're going to double Charlie Young, the tight end. Tight coverage. Edwards is blitzing. Single coverage on everyone but Young. Solomon, the intended receiver, Leroy Jordan, gets his hand on it and breaks up the pass. So Jordan, dropping back in pass coverage, knocks the ball away as Edwards applied the pressure. And it's 3rd and 11 from the Dallas 36 with 4:25 left in the half. 49ers trailing by 7. The split backfield now is Ricky Patton and Bill Ring. First time we've seen Ring in the game. Dwight Clark re-enters at wideout. Freddie Solomon, his partner in crime. And Charlie Young maintains his tight end position. JD says, doing all right, Al? My TV died last night. Oh, that's never good. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I suggest you go online. You can get a good high definition TV quite cheap online. I'm glad you're doing well, though. That's more important, that you're doing well. The TV we can replace. So 3rd and 11 as San Francisco trying to take advantage of another Walt Garrison fumble. They trail by 7, 4:25 left in the half. Ball on the Dallas 36. Dallas will blitz a linebacker, extra defensive back, tight coverage. And we're going to double Dwight Clark. Tight coverage, nickel. Edwards on the blitz. Clark facing double coverage. Montana looking, screen past the Ring. And Edwards pulls away from his blitz, anticipating the screen, and knocks the ball away. He almost had a pick 6. So once again, the Dallas defense stands stout after the turnover by Walt Garrison deep in their territory. And once again, Jim G. Miller will come out to punt for the 49ers. 4th and 11 from the Dallas. You know, we're going to watch fake. I think what they're going to do is they're going to take the penalty and back up, but we're going to watch fake. As Dallas is watching for the fake, Miller trying to cough and corner it. Looking for the good bounce. Drops inside the 10. Downed at the 18. As he tried to drop it inside the 10, he's not successful. So with 4:08 to play in the first half, the Cowboys have the ball and the lead 7-0. Staubach leads the offense on the field, 1st and 10 at their 18. Walt Garrison is coming out of the game. It will be a backfield of Calvin Hill and Dan Reeves. Bob Hayes and Goldie Richardson, the wideouts. Mike Ditka, the tight end. Ditka caught the short touchdown pass from Staubach. Play action pass. They're going deep to bullet Bob Hayes. 49ers tight man-to-man coverage. All out blitz. Here they come. It's a fake day. No, it's a pass. Pressure's on the edge. Staubach. He looks for Richardson. And Eric Wright breaks it up on the corner route towards the out-of-bounds marker. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Staubach did a great job avoiding the rush and the sack. So 2nd and 10, 3:59 left in the half, 7-0 Cowboys. They have the ball on their own 18. Walt Garrison will come back in. Calvin Hill will go out. So it's Garrison and Reeves. Hayes and Richardson, the wideouts. Ditka, the tight end. Staubach under center. It's going to be a bootleg for Roger Staubach on 2nd and 10. Standard man-to-man coverage, doubling Richardson. Staubach takes the handoff. He keeps it on the bootleg. Staubach cuts right, and he gains 6 yards. He was cut down by Craig Pookie. And that will leave 3rd and 4. And we're not going to call timeout. So the clock runs down to 3:16. As JD says, yeah, TV is replaceable. It is. And he says, just sucks, LOL. Won't be able to get one till this weekend. I know, it does suck when you lose the TV. You have us. You're right, it does suck. You have me. I'm sorry. You have to listen to me. Oh, it's awful. I'll do my best. So 3rd and 4. Calvin Hill will come back in the game. Garrison will go out. So the split backfield of Calvin Hill. I believe Hill went to Yale in the Ivy League. Yeah, I think Hill went to Yale. And Dan Reeves. Calvin Hill, father of Hill that played basketball at Duke. Who I can't think of it. What was his name? Was it Cal? No, it wasn't Calvin Jr. Who would go on to play in the NBA. Can't think of his name, but his son was a very good basketball player. The wideouts Hayes and Goldie Richardson. The tight end is Ditka. And we're going to look for Calvin Hill. Play action. We're going to look for Calvin Hill on the medium short. Grant Hill, his son's Grant Hill. Double coverage on Richardson. Play action to Reeves. Hill, the intended receiver. He makes the catch at the 28, steps out of bounds. Did he have control? The officials are talking about it. He does, but it's complete for 4 yards and a first down. Clock stops as Hill went out of bounds. Yeah, Grant Hill, his son. And Walt Garrison will come back in the game as Hill will have to rest for 2 plays. That's what that means, that yellow square. So 1st and 10 on the Dallas 38. 3:08 to play. 7-0 Cowboys. Garrison and Reeves split backfield. Staubach, Heisman Trophy winner from the Naval Academy, under center. Hayes and Richardson, the wideouts. Ditka, the tight end. Play action pass. Medium long to Bullet Bob Hayes. Soft man-to-man coverage by the 49ers, double covering the tight end Ditka. Staubach has plenty of time after the play action. He's looking for Hayes. Nice throw by Staubach, but Willie Harper closes quickly and knocks the ball away, as they have not been able to get the ball to Bullet Bob. And that will leave 2nd and 10 with 2:59 to play. As I made JD laugh. That's a good thing. So once again, split backfield of Walt Garrison and Dan Reeves. Wideouts Bullet Bob Hayes and Goldie Richardson. Tight end Mike Ditka. Screen to Bullet Bob Hayes. Let's see if we give him the ball this way. Man-to-man coverage. Nickel defense. Here comes Reynolds on the blitz. They're doubling Hayes. The screen. Dan Bunce gets his hand on it and breaks it up. So they continue to choke off any passing lanes of Bullet Bob Hayes. And now it's 3rd and 10 for Roger the Dodger. Calvin Hill will come back in. There'll be an I formation backfield. Garrison the up back. Hill behind him. Hayes and Goldie Richardson. The wideouts, Mike Ditka at tight end. 2:51 left in the half. Play action pass. Medium to short to Walt Garrison. Out of the backfield. Man-to-man coverage by the 49ers. The play action. Staubach's hurried by Stuckey. He's brought down by Archie Reese on the delayed blitz. It's a loss of 7. That's the first time Staubach's legs have failed him to get away from the pressure. And we're not going to call timeout. Archie Reese with his first sack for the 81 49ers. So with 2:06 left to play in the half, here comes the punt team. Dallas punter Ron Whitby comes back out on the field. Remember, there's that crosswind, approximately at times 24 miles per hour. It has played havoc with the punt game. Back deep, Freddie Solomon, the former Dolphin. Here's the punt by Whitby. 49ers setting up for the return. It's a high punt. And safely caught by Solomon at the 39. He heads out of bounds after a 7-yard gain on the 40-yard punt by Whitby. And that's the 2-minute warning. So with 2 minutes left, a minute 59 actually left to play in the half, the 1971 Dallas Cowboys 7, the 1981 San Francisco 49ers nothing in our second rendition of the 10-year Itch Bowl. The first one was the 70 Colts versus the 80 Raiders. It's up on the channel now if you'd like to watch it. Unitas versus Plunkett in that one. Here we have Montana versus Staubach. All right, split backfield for the 49ers. They're in their 2-minute offense. Ricky Patton and Johnny Davis in the backfield. Dwight Clark and Mike Wilson, the wideouts. Charlie Young is at tight end. Montana's under center. And we're going to blitz a linebacker. Tight coverage, extra defensive back. And we're going to double Dwight Clark. Tight coverage by the Cowboys. Nickel. Leroy Jordan on the blitz. Montana trying to set up the throw. It's a draw to Davis. And he picks up 4 tough yards. He's brought down by Cornell Green. 132. We're not going to call timeout. Neither do the 49ers. Ball's at midfield. 49ers and Cowboys have their full allotment of timeouts. They both have 3. Now it's Patton and Easley in the split backfield. Montana under center. Clark and Solomon in the wideouts. Charlie Young, the usual suspect at tight end. We're going to play bump and run coverage. Extra defensive back, shadow the quarterback. No blitz this time. It's a run by Walt Easley. He bumps to the outside, manages to turn the corner, and he's eventually brought down by Leroy Jordan, but he picks up 11 yards and a first down. He didn't get out of bounds, though.
Timeout.
And the 49ers use their first timeout. And a minute 21 left in the half. They trail by 7. They now have it 1st and 10 on the Dallas 39. They still have 2 timeouts remaining. Trying to tie it up before the half. They will get the ball back in the second half as we won the toss and elected to take the ball to start the game. Split backfield of Ricky Patton and Earl Cooper. The wideouts Dwight Clark and Mike Wilson. Charlie Young at tight end. Blitz a linebacker, tight coverage, extra defensive back. We're going to double Charlie Young, the tight end. Dallas up tight on the receivers. Leroy Jordan on the blitz, doubling Young. Cooper, the intended receiver, on the medium short pass. Nearly intercepted by Edwards. Oh, the ball. Oh, Cooper holds on to it on the deflection. And it is a gain of 12. Mel Renfro is lucky to be there near the spot to bring him down at the 27. Oh, wow. Edwards had the pick, but bobbled the ball, and Cooper took it right out of the air.
Timeout, offense.
49ers use their second timeout. Minute 11 to play. 1st and 10 on the Dallas 27. A little luck of the Irish there for Joe Montana, the Notre Dame graduate. Instead of having a pickoff, it's a completed pass for 12 yards to Cooper out of the backfield. Split backfield now is Walt Easley and Amos Lawrence. The wideouts Dwight Clark and Mike R. Wilson. The tight end, Charlie Young. We're going to play a standard zone here. Give them a little different look. Standard zone. They have one timeout left. We're going to watch the sidelines. We're going to try to jump the routes to the sidelines. Dallas sitting in the standard zone, expecting a pass towards the sideline. Montana sets up in the pocket. Looks for a screen pass to Young. Complete to Young. He gets some extra yards before heading out of bounds at the 24. The clock stops. He only picks up 3 yards, though. He was lucky to get those 3 yards, as Dallas had him hemmed in for what looked to be a loss, but Young did do a good job to pick up 3 and stop the clock by going out of bounds. A minute 2 left in the half. 49ers trailing 7-0. They have the ball 2nd and 7 on the Dallas 24. 3 wideouts now for the 49ers. Clark, Solomon, and Wilson. The tight end, Young. The lone running back, Ricky Patton. Dallas will counter by blitzing a linebacker. Extra defensive back, tight coverage, and we're going to double Dwight Clark. Edwards is blitzing. Clark is being double covered. Montana drops back the pass, plays it safe, short pass to Young, complete to Young. He picks up 4, and it will leave 3rd and 3.
Timeout.
And San Francisco uses their 3rd and final timeout, and there'll be 53 seconds left in the half on the 3rd and 3 from the Dallas 20. As the ball was sent to Young, and he was quickly closed on by the Cowboys secondary. Tackle will be credited to Harris. So 3rd and 3. 7-0 Cowboys, under a minute to play in the half. Ball on the Dallas 20 for the 49ers. Split backfield of Hofer and Ring. Clark and Solomon the wideouts. Young is the tight end. Third and 3. Bump and run coverage. Bump and run coverage. Shadow the quarterback. Extra defensive back. Keying Hofer and Clark. Here we go. Doubling Hofer and Clark. Bump and run coverage. Extra defensive back. Montana sets up in the pocket. Under pressure. It's a screen to Ring. He catches it at the 23. Nice fake on Edwards. Ring just picks up the first down and gets out of bounds at the 17. Credit him with 3 yards. So good job by the veteran Ring. So it's 1st and 10 from the Dallas 17. 45 seconds left to play. 49ers out of timeouts. Montana under center. Ricky Payton. I keep calling him Patton. Ricky Payton, brother of Walter, I believe, and Johnny Davis in the split backfield. Clark and Solomon the wideouts. Young is the tight end. Oh boy. This is the first sustained drive the 49ers have had. Comes right at the end of the half. And remember, they get the ball first in the second half. Blitz a defensive back, extra defensive back, tight coverage, and we're going to double Clark. Here we go. We're going to blitz a safety. Tight coverage. Green's blitzing. They're doubling Clark. Montana floats it nicely to Davis. And Davis is knocked out of bounds after only a 1-yard pickup, as he was very conscious to be close. When he knew he couldn't get any more yards, really, he just went out of bounds. There are no more timeouts for the 49ers. 2nd and 9 from the Dallas 16. 37 seconds left in the half. Dallas up 7-0. Ricky Payton, the lone back. 3 wideouts for the 49ers. Clark, Solomon, and Wilson. The tight end is Young. We're going to blitz a linebacker. Tight coverage. Extra defensive back. And we're going to double Dwight Clark. Here we go. Howley blitzing. Double coverage Clark. They're going to throw. Montana in trouble. He looks away from his primary receiver looking for Solomon. Running the square out. Leroy Jordan tips it away. He almost had a pick six. Jordan did. So it's 3rd and 9. 28 seconds left in the half. Ball on the Dallas 16. Nice play by Leroy Jordan. Again, the 49ers 3 wideouts. Clark, Solomon, and Wilson. Tight end is Young. Ricky Payton. Keep saying Patton. The lone back. Montana. Barks out the signals. We're going to go bump and run coverage. Extra defensive back, shadow the quarterback. We're going to double Clark and Solomon, the 2 wideouts. Bump and run coverage.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
False start. Offense.
49ers jump. False start. That's going to back them up. 5-yard penalty. Be 3rd and 14. From the Dallas 21 now. 28 seconds left in the half. 3rd and 14. We're going to play a zone. Extra defensive back. Okay. Standard zone for Dallas. Have another back. And they go to Clark. What a catch at the 15. And Renfro rides him out of bounds. He'll be 2 yards short of the first. So it'll be 4th and 2. And here comes Ray Wersching to attempt a field goal here. 9 at 17. That's a 26-yard field goal for Wersching. 91% chance of success. Cowboys coming with a block. The snap and the place. There's a flag. The kick is up.
Good.
And it's good down the middle. What's the flag, though?
Holding. Offense.
Holding. They're going to have to kick it over. So that's going to nullify the 3 points. And it's a 10-yard penalty. This will make it a 36-yard field goal. Now, of course, we're going to accept that. So Ray Wersching and the 49ers kick team. Wow, because of the wind, they're not going to attempt the field goal. And Joe Montana and the offense come back out on the field. Wow. 4th and 12 on the Dallas 19. And because of the crosswind, which at times gusts to 24 miles per hour here in Honolulu, at Honolulu Stadium, on this gorgeous day, temperature-wise, 74 degrees, though it is partly cloudy. Bill Walsh elects to put the offense back out on the field. So Joe Montana will be under center. The lone back is Ricky Payton. Clark, Solomon, Wilson, the wideouts. Young is the tight end. 4th and 12. We're going to blitz a linebacker. Actually, we're not going to blitz a linebacker. Bad idea, Al. Bad idea. Control your inner idiot. 4th and 12. Keep everything in front of you. Standard man coverage. I want standard man coverage. Extra defensive back. Shadow the quarterback. We're going to double Clark and Solomon. Keep everything in front of you. 4th and 12. Clark and Solomon being doubled. Montana gets the snap. Back in the pocket. Looking for a secondary receiver. Medium long pattern to Dwight Clark. And Renfro breaks up the play. As Clark and Solomon were double covered by the defensive backs of the Cowboys. We have 10 seconds to go. And there should be take a knee somewhere. Where's take a knee? That's quick kick. should be take a knee. Oh, we should just give it to Walt Garrison, see if he can fumble for a third time. I saw this before because I think it was, oh, who told me in the chat? He says, look to your right up top. I see quick, that's quick kick. We don't want to do that. Where's take a knee? Oh, slow down. You go to the slow down. Okay. Now we take the knee. Where are we at? The 19. Take the knee, Roger the Dodger. There we go. Staubach takes the knee. And that'll be the end of the half. So after 30 minutes of football, it is 7-0 Cowboys. The 71 Dallas Cowboys scored on a touchdown pass from Staubach to Ditka, and that's been all the scoring. The 49ers made a field goal towards the end, but the holding call backed them up 10 yards, and with the crosswinds, Bill Walsh decided to send his offense back out on the field. So at the half, 7-0, the 71 Cowboys over the 81 49ers. We're going to call it a stream in a moment. We're going to quickly go through some halftime stats. We'll call it a stream, and we'll come back tomorrow or the day after with the second half. Most likely tomorrow. This is a really fun game. I always play as the teams from the 70s. So I'm playing as the Cowboys, a team I normally would not play as. And we'll be coming up with some action PC football also. Just determining what I want to do with that. I might go with the 66 Patriots versus the 76 Raiders. I don't know yet. So let's go to the box score. And Staubach for the Cowboys, 8 of 17, 82 yards and the touchdown to Mike Ditka. Montana, 10 of 16, 61 yards and a pick. The touchdown came in the second quarter at the 12-17 mark. It was a 5-yard pass to Ditka from Staubach. Clark with the extra point, 7-0. That's all the scoring in the game. Staubach, 5 carries, 21 yards. He's had 2 bootlegs and the other 3 scrambles. Hill, 5 for 16. Walt Garrison, 4 for 27. He had a 32-yard run, was headed into the San Francisco end zone, was hit from behind. He fumbled the ball, and San Francisco recovered. He has 2 fumbles today. We're going to try to stay away from giving the ball to Walt Garrison, the little bull. Dan Reeves, 1 for 3. Williams, 1 for -2. For the 49ers, Davis, 6 for 6. Easley, 3 for 16. Hofer, 2 for 7. Ricky Payton, 1 for 3. Cooper, 1 for 0. And Solomon on a reverse, 1 for -1 yards. Receiving for the Cowboys, Mike Ditka, 4 receptions, 57 yards, a touchdown. His long was 28 yards. Hill, 3 for 15. Dan Reeves, 1 for 10. For the 49ers, their tight end, Young, 3 for 21. Clark, 2 for 11. Cooper, 1 for 12. Ricky Patton, I keep saying Patton. Ricky Payton, 1 for 8. Solomon, 1 for 5. Ring, 1 for 3. And Davis, 1 for 1. Let's go defense here. Edwards has the lone interception in the game. The Cowboys have not sacked Montana yet. The leading tackler for the Cowboys is Renfro with 5. No interceptions on the 49ers side. The leading tackler for the 49ers, they have 3 players with 3 tackles. Reynolds, Turner, and Reese. Reese has the lone sack. Dallas has 8 first downs. San Francisco, 5 in the first half of play. 75 passing yards for Staubach and the Cowboys, 61 passing yards for Montana and the 49ers. Rushing, 65 yards for Dallas, half of them coming on the Walt Garrison 32-yard run. Of course, he fumbled when being hit from behind, so that's really a big nothing burger. And 49ers have 31 yards rushing. Total net offense, Dallas 140. The 49ers held under 100 yards at 92. Return yardage, 39 for the 49ers, 0 for the Cowboys. Penalties, Dallas 3 for 20. And the 49ers 5 for 55. Staubach's been sacked once for 7 yards of loss. Montana, no sacks against him. Dallas has turned the ball over twice, and it was both Walt Garrison, his fumbles. Montana was picked off once for the lone turnover by the 49ers. Time of possession, fairly close. Dallas, 15 minutes and 57 seconds. The 49ers, 14 minutes and 3 seconds. Average start of a drive, Dallas on their own 28. San Francisco on their own 33. So we're going to call it a stream. I'd like to thank Clinton Parks and JD. Thank you very much. Check out those two great channels. Clinton Parks with a lot of national pastime baseball, a very big knowledgeable baseball fan, and JD, an author and moderator extraordinaire and good friend of the channel, as well as Clinton. He has an audio book up, and Chapter 8 is up on YouTube, and he reads it. It's very well done, The Politician Murders. And he's working on his own book, and he continues his editing. And hopefully that'll be out in the fall, and I'll be able to purchase it on my Kindle. And that is a sort of medieval fantasy action-adventure book. Lord of the Ring-ish, Game of Thrones-ish, sort of. And he has given us some chapters early on in it, and it's good. It's good stuff. I enjoy it. And he also has a Western he's working on. I've been lucky enough to read a while back, like what's it called? The prologue, prelogue, whatever, and a chapter. And it's good stuff. I actually look forward to the Western when he finishes that one. So thank you very much, gentlemen. Health and happiness till next time. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. Don't swing at the curveball in the dirt. Watch out for the big left hook. And peace.